Greetings, Dapplings, and welcome to a mini-series of X4. This is a series apart from the current ongoing campaign. For those of you who were a little bit concerned when they saw a new X4 video but in a different playlist, don't worry, the other campaign hasn't gone anywhere yet. This series is specifically to answer a question. That question is how long it takes to go from nothing, so a young gun start as far as I'm concerned, to owning your own station. And for this question, I've decided not to go the route of the player HQ. So we're not even going to touch the player HQ or unlock it in any way, because I feel that kind of expedites the process to getting a station. So this is more of a, in a pure sandbox, how long would it take to go from young gun with just 10,000 credits and a elite vanguard fighter, I believe it is, to owning a profitable station. I say profitable because you could just have an a docking bay, and that would technically be a station. But we're talking about a station that is capable of making its own money. So this is all to see whether it's possible to do that in a single stream, and if so, how long of a stream it would need to be. Now, I'm not particularly trying to speedrun this. I'm playing this in my own particular way of playing things, so there's lots of rambling, lots of chatting with chat, and just enjoying the scenery, but this will give an idea for those who are curious, as I was, how long it would take to get to that point where you not only own a station, but perhaps a couple of ships helping you build that station, so on and so forth. So if this sounds interesting, then I hope you will buckle in and enjoy the ride. But for those of you who are more interested in the primary campaign, if you like, well, don't worry, that will probably be returning in the very near future. Though, if you do end up enjoying this series in particular, then I would be very interested in any feedback in the comments down below, letting me know whether you would like to see this campaign continue, perhaps even replace the other campaign. Let me know your thoughts down below. But with that, I'm going to hand you back off to Past Me, and I hope you enjoy the show. It does look like we've started with a bunch of modules, so this may actually be a much faster thing to do than I appreciated before. So we've got no build modules. Storage modules, we have got a regular storage container. I don't think this is ore or anything. Or is that solids? That's an argon solids container. We've got 1 medium and 6 basic dock area. And a pier. Really? We've started with these. I'm kind of surprised, but okay. Venture modules, those won't apply to us. Argon, oh, it's container storage. So this is actually what we would need. So I actually think if having these in my knowledge base means that we've got access to them, then we technically have everything we're going to need to make a station straight out. So this may well be a very, very short run. Let me just quickly see how much it would cost me to rent a part of space. If I can even remember how. I might need to just get out there. Property owned. Here we go. Stations as subordinates. Bottom left. Manage plots. There we are. So if I wanted to make a new plot that is exactly 1 kilometer, it would cost me just a tiny bit more than I currently have. Now, the thing is, to rent a builder would cost me a decent amount. So we're going to need to get out there and do some ship flying and stuff, no matter what happens. Right, okay. So, this be our ship. This is the ship's registry, but I'm not happy with that. I don't need help with that, thank you very much. Now, again, I've actually come up with a new ship registry format, but sadly I can't overwrite this one. That does make me quite sad. Nevertheless, though, we're going to be able to do a couple of things. So first, find my properties owned. Go to all stations of ship. We've got an elite vanguard down here. Now, it's not very much of a ship, but it's going to be our starter ship. And we're not going to care about this ship registry. We're going to make our own. But before we actually get to that, I need to change my organization name. Now, let's see. Dapper Dominion. There we are. I think that's perfect. Name, obviously, is Aavak. Or don't, hear me out now, cull the weak, trim the fat, prune the family trees. Okay? The ones that don't throw themselves out the airlock clearly had enough sense to go on and make equally sensible children. Right. As for the logo, I come prepared. Tonk. There we go. People were constantly asking me to put in a custom logo before. Well, here we go. Dapper. Look at that. Yes. I did, in fact, see Cyberpunk Edge Runners, yes. Now, sadly, it's not going to have the name of our ship written anywhere, I don't think. Although it might actually put it on the wing. It's on the wing. Now, I haven't made a glow map, but I was tempted to like, have the white around Dapper, or maybe just Dapper itself glow. But I didn't in the end. But every ship in our fleet is going to need a name. And we're going to need an idea of what it's going to be used for. Now, this is going to be, for the time being, more than anything else, it's going to be a scout ship. It'll be useful as just a ship just to poke around, find things. It's not really a fighter. Let's be perfectly honest with ourselves. It really isn't. I mean, you can use it as such, but then everything can. This is considered a fighter, but I really don't think that that's what we're going to be going for. We will be recruiting a captain, yes. But we're going to need a name. So, of course, it's naming game time. So in a few seconds, you're going to see the naming game reward become redeemable. If you got 10,000 Dapper Ducats, then you might become this ship. Apparently, Otacog wanted to get someone out of Jeff jail. Very well. I accept. I don't know who it was, but I accept. Wow, Moken was waiting there. Absolutely wild. Alright, well done. This shall become our new ship then. So, the way we're going to do it is, first and foremost, I'm actually going to add you to my... I know, I've even got an Excel. I've got a whole thing ready for it. So, Moken. The class is Elite Vanguard. And its role is going to be Scout. So, and like I said, I've actually got a ship registry format and everything. We're going full bore. No expenses spared today. There's a system and everything. Now, I'm going to say that this really is not... Well, no, it kind of is a military ship. It's sort of middle of the road, but I'm going to say it's a military vessel. And there we are. So, let me just create... field. It'll give me something I can easily paste. Being all fancy and using formulas and such. Sure, it's all formatted correctly. I know, you can't hear anything, and that does sadden me also. I might have to check if there is a way for me to get that to... for music to continue playing. Whilst it doesn't have focus. But okay. There you go. The ICT M0001 Moken. Can we have Excel cam? Maybe. Maybe you can. Alright, just to break it down. Prefix, 3 letters long, regarding the role of the ship. M or C, regarding whether it's considered primarily a civilian or military vessel. And then the unique numerical identifier. Normal ships are going to start at 1,000. Ships from the 0, or rather the 1 to 999, they are special ships. Moken is a special ship, because it's basically my personal runabout. 500 credits. That's a lot for me right now, please no. Right, we need to go out and grab ourselves a captain. Now, initially I was just going to go with like double D for Dapper Dominion instead of like this SCT for the role, because, you know, it makes more sense. But ultimately, because this isn't actually a ship registry, I figured, oh, well, it's only really cosmetic for me at this point, so I don't need to know it belongs to the Dapper Dominion. I am the Dapper Dominion, and it's mine. Therefore, it belongs to the Dapper Dominion. So, by putting the actual role first, it means that whenever I look in here, any free-floating ships in terms of my own property will all be sorted based on role, because it's alphabetical. And then they'll be sorted based on civilian first, then military afterwards, and then they will be sorted based on their number. So special ships will always be at the top, because the lowest number. Dapper Dominion Navy. I mean, we could go with that, yeah. I have a personal Moken instead of a personal Sebastian, yes, for now. Mokens are basically bargain basement Sebastians. They don't have any of the frills. They'll get the job done, but, you know, it won't be classy or anything. Maybe one day. Now, we need to get ourselves a captain. You will probably not cost much. Yes. I will take you. Captain. Go.
I'm looking forward to working with you.
Thank you. Captain acquired. Frills reduce aerodynamic coefficient anyway, that's true. Can you rename crew? I actually don't know. Maybe you can. Let's have a look. Crew. Frank, can I rename you? Frank, rather. Frank. Come on, Frank. No. Frank likes his name. It was a gift from his mother. Fair enough, Frank. Okay, so... with that, time for us to actually get out there and start scanning around. Though I'm going to do a little bit of...
Vanguard.
Checking out first. I want to see if maybe we can upgrade a little bit first. Upgrade, repair. Oop, that is the wrong button. I mean, we could just keep the ship as it is, because we're really only going out to poke around and find stuff to make some early money. Again, we don't need much. We are going to need something... I forget how much it costs to rent a builder. We probably only need a few million to start our first station. Software-wise, got everything I want in there. Not going to take a docking computer. Unneeded. Trading computer extension. More than I can afford right now, anyway. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be anything I can afford in here, honestly. Resource probe, nav beacon, satellite. Don't need them. I could sell them. Honestly, I wonder... if I sold everything, how much money I would end up with. Huh. Hey, Okora, thank you very much for the 15 months. Diolch yn fawr. You can get sound play while alt-tabbed by adding the launch parameter no sound throttle. Also, no CPU throttle will stop the game from running all shot. Oh, thank you so much. Are you serious? I wish I'd known that before we jumped into the game, but I may switch that over during the tea break then. Actually, I kind of like having nav beacons. But I'm not going to need resource probes. I'm not going to need satellites for what I'm going to be doing. So that'll give me a little bit of extra money. Straight out the gate. Add to shopping list. Confirm order. Gives us a bit of extra cash. Am I still salty about the game always trying to get me to use the docking computer? Yes, yes, I am. I am indeed salty about that. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to just pop out. We're going to have a look around. Do a little bit of scanning. Maybe find a lockbox or two. I'm hoping to make my way probably up to around Argon Prime or somewhere in second contact to Flashpoint. Simply because I feel that we're going to have a greater want for energy cells around those sectors regardless. Right, let's go. Off we go. You doing? I mean, I guess. Wait, isn't it? I actually don't know, because I've never actually sailed out in, you know, waters properly beyond like, you know, rowing boat and stuff like that. But I know, I feel terrible. Father's a sailor, and I don't know how to sail a proper ship. But nevertheless, which ship has right of way? Is it the smaller or the larger ship? Generally. It's the larger. It makes sense for it to be the larger because the larger is going to have a harder time changing course. The one that doesn't sink, definitely the larger then. 100% the larger, I would say. Alright, we want modes. Long range scan mode. That was not what I wanted to do. Oh, that's right, I need my... Hop. Not too many things dinged there. Head out in this direction. I forget if everything happens on a plane or not. Let's try and orient myself along the plane at the very least. wanted was map. There we go. Alright, so we got a couple of things. A couple of things to go visit. Sorry, I'm still somewhat getting used to all of the controls again. What will be out here, I wonder? That looks like an asteroid belt of some sort. Bunch of stations, it looks like. This is a new playthrough, Fizbic. You know what? Nine or Demi or Sheilab, whoever feels confident about it, could you make a quick Nightbot command, just like !! mission, that just explains that we're playing from Young Gun and trying to find out how quickly I'm able to get to the point of having my own station, not including the player HQ station. Like, I'm specifically not going to be pursuing that quest line. I just want to see how long it takes from fresh start to the point you've got some passive income coming in from a station. You know what? I think we need to flip over to... not that one. Stop that. Mode. Travel mode. Oh, actually, I've got a button for that. That would have been easier. Perfect. Thank you, Demi. Oh, we've got a station off to our right as well. So there's 3 stations over here. Find out what these are. Oh, I love that you even asked me, but Demi is clearly the better candidate. MVT is best at everything. It's just MVT is humble and let other people do things so that they also feel useful. Don't believe Sheilab. She's great at everything.
The Alliance of the World seeks inquiring minds.
Ooh.
Trusted scientists should convene at our expedition staging grounds in Heretic's End. We intend to illuminate the mysteries of Jumpgate technology. All are welcome. Science knows no boundaries of race or faction.
That's interesting. I was not expecting that to pop up until Bo Satar was around. Maybe I came out of travel drive a little bit too early. Also, what be you? Ooh, you be something worth me going and finding out is what you be. Alright.
Argon Defense, Argon's Graphene, Argon Station, Argon Defense
Argon everything.
Platform.
Okay, fine. It's a data vault. Alright. I'm down for that. Let's go and get some more credits. Coming in hot. I actually forget what the which button I have for immediately slow down is. So this one? Yes, that's the one. Okay. Duly noted. That's why we sped past it this time. I was like, what's brake? I should have checked the manual before I started flying. No! Especially after that conversation about people having to take their driver's license again every couple of years because they forget the highway code. Hello. That'll do. Let's get in a little bit closer. And stop. Alright. It's been a while since I've done this, but let's see what we can do. Get up. Alright, you got the helm?
Elite. Vanguard.
Use spacesuit. The spacesuit has the same ship registration as the ship itself. Fair enough. Let's scooch over here. I do believe that I'm meant to repair all of these in order to open up a compartment in here. It's been a long time since I played. So, pressure leak. Why am I not slowing down? You see, the thing is, if this were Hard Space Shipbreaker, if I bonked my face into that, my helmet would explode. Thankfully, that isn't the case here, but, you know. Looking for another crackling data area. Without smacking into anything, ideally. It's definitely in this direction. Move my mouse off the screen, it's confusing me. Anything out here? No, I think what it is what I'm looking for. The leak is in there. So I need to find all the places that I need to repair out here, if I recall correctly. Let's have a nice gander from over here. I'm getting more comfortable with using... there we are. With using my spacesuit as well, which is nice. This is good practice. Because I still use throttle and sick for the spacesuit as well. Probably not as useful, if I'm perfectly honest, but I'm stubborn. Shockingly stubborn, in fact. As some of you may know. Well, yeah, I mean, to be perfectly honest, if I was to design a spacesuit or anything else for that matter, any kind of cradle for my extremely fleshy, squishy self, whilst in the uncaring and hostile environment of space, where, you know, solar radiation is very bad, I probably wouldn't have any external windows. Thing is, though, how much less expensive are my eyes compared to a scanner? I can only assume much less expensive. Whee! Ooh. Oh, I've never actually taken the time to look at the suns before. That's cool. Proper, like, mass ejections and everything going on there. If you got radio jammed with a camera headset, you'd you'd be blind. Why? Cameras don't use radio waves unless you're like talking about like, you know, you've put in some crazy funky good vision systems that can see outside of the visible spectrum. And why wouldn't you, frankly? Maybe you can see radio waves in your awesome helmet, and yes, if that is the case, then you would in fact be blind, at least to the radio waves. But the cameras that are just looking at visible light wouldn't care. I mean, what kind of idiot builds a helmet with external cameras and then an internal view screen and then doesn't hardwire them and instead uses radio waves, of all things, to transmit the signal? It's like, what? Really? Do you just like problems in your life? My God. Let's continue scooching around this place, see what there is to see. Found what we're looking for? Is it all open, maybe? Oh, it is. Perfect. Yeah, to be honest, if your spacesuit was that high-tech, you're doomed anyway if you get EMP'd. Because there's a lot more than just your cameras that are going to go offline. Temperature control and such. This isn't the leak. Tired and got the math wrong. Math is hard. Also lack of tea. Yeah. No, to be fair, my brain stops working when I haven't had a drink of tea in a while. I won't fault you for that. I think at this point we need to check all of the containers that we've opened so far for a leak. Oop, there we go, we've got something. Hello, pretty. Now, do not boost. Sadly, I can't just move that up. Can I hoover you up now? I wonder why I couldn't pull that out. Oh wow, I just got a lot of money for that. What was it I just picked up, chat? Because I was a little bit more concerned with the fact that I wasn't slowing down. Oh, only the spaceship has tractor beams. Okay. Thank you for that. I didn't realize. Because I know you can get lore in these sites. Definitely feels like I'm moving further away from the good stuff, not closer toward it, which is sad. Yeah, we've definitely gone the wrong way then. I need to go down and around. The boxes are glued to the vaults. You know what? It would probably make sense because some enterprising young scallywag would come along with their spaceship, just sit outside the thing, turn on the tractor beam, and all of the loot boxes would just yoop, straight out of the doors. They'd be like, ha ha ha, ha 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 ha. And the vault owners would be like, sad face. Where's the breach then? Okay, let's slow. Oh, you know what? I probably need to bring up scan mode. Yes, I do. That's what it was. I wasn't in scan mode. I feel like I've forgotten so much about how to play this game. It's not there. There's definitely some sort of signal that I can crack in here. Somewhere. I'm not going to leave until I've got it. Or until I run out of oxygen, whichever happens first. I'm sorry if the white noise effect is discordant for you, because it is pretty loud, to be fair. I am moving further away from it, though. Yeah, swoop back around. Yeah, I'm thinking there might be another pressure leak or something that needs... Oh, yeah, there's some... That's definitely there, in there. I can see the effects there. So, what I'm missing is one more thing I need to repair. Okay. Let's have another sweep around. Look, keep your eyes peeled, chat. For any repair, anything, any like red glow that isn't blinking, any constant red glow. Yeah, it might be on the solar panels. Oh, wait, there we are. I gotcha. I was thinking 2 was probably too few. I'll open it. Well, it looks like it may have. Scooch around here. Incorrect. Apologize for getting turned around so much. Ah, there we are. Right then, chat. I've got to get right up next to it, don't I? I basically have to rub my face on this thing in order to scan it. There we go. Data's decrypted. Now, if I'd repaired it, I would have gotten some faction standing and credits, but I would not have gotten a lore entry. And since we all know lore is better than money, I wasn't going to make that mistake again. Because literally the first data vault in the last game, I did exactly that. I was like, oh, I know what I need to do. I need to blast it with my repair laser. And Chad was like, no, the lost lore, you'll never get it back now. I'm not going to lie. In that moment, I was this close. You can't see, but I'm holding my thumb and index finger completely closed together. This close to just starting the save again. I was not best pleased. Okay, I need to be going this way. Where is my ship? There is my ship. Oh, Aavak, so delicate with the spacesuit. I would definitely have killed myself via impact. I think they actually turned off collisions in this one. I don't know if there's a mod that can turn the back on, because I kind of want that, but at the same time, I'm also well aware that if I had that, then the AI pilots would kill themselves all the time, and so, sadness. But yeah, I don't think collisions really do damage anymore. At least not regular ship collisions.
Docking granted.
Damn right, docking granted. It's my bloody ship. I have returned! Victorious! Right, let's have a look at what we just picked up. So, timeline, I think. Timeline. There we go. So, Foundation of the Federation.
Foundation of the Federation. Foundation of the Federation. Building themselves up from nothing after facing complete annihilation by the terraformers in the Terraformer conflict, the Argon spread throughout the Jumpgate network at a far slower rate than the original Terran settlers. During this time, there were of course many disagreements over the direction of the Argon people, leading to the secession of both the Hatikva Free League and Free State of Solara from Argon Prime leadership. Despite their differences, however, they were able to join in an alliance, and in 241 NT, the Covenant creating the Argon Federation, with Argon Prime at its capital, was signed. Foundation of the Federation.
Nope.
The President's End Massacre.
Ooh.
The Argon colony of President's End had no military ships and a minimal security force when unknown alien ships jumped into the system with the use of fully functional jump drives. There was barely time to breathe before these same ships opened fire on station and ship alike, tearing the small colony apart in under an hour and jumping away before the nearest federal fleet could respond. The split would go on to name this new threat the Aavak, after a folktale told to scare children.
That's not where that name came from.
Planets would fight a bitter fight against them for a number of years. This onslaught left ships and stations to rust where they had been annihilated by the deadly Aavak Kion beam weapons.
Yeah, you can put your apostrophe wherever you want. That doesn't change what that word really is. And don't think that I'm not on to you. Alright. So that was cool. We just got ourselves a cool chunk of cash. With that much money, we can actually afford to do quite a few things. We could just afford to get a ship straight up. But, chat, do any of you happen to know how much it costs to rent a builder? Is it just 50k to rent a builder? Well. Inventory. Oh, okay. So I've got a basic seminar, manager, an advanced targeting module. Okay, nothing truly amazing, but the manager is not too bad. Okay, well that was actually pretty spicy. I approve. Got a bunch of stations over there, so that's where we're going next. Yo, Frank.
Hello there.
Hi. My ship now. Thank you very much for not deciding to leave me here stranded in space, Frank. I will upgrade your Poképod to a deluxe model. You will have exactly 0.1 metered cube of space to sleep in. I can't afford any more than that. I'm sure you understand. But it is a grand expansion over your 0.01 meter cubed space to sleep in up to now. Where's Frank sat? Frank... Ooh, something else. I approve. Let's go. Frank is currently in his Poképod. You see, on a big ship, you can easily imagine that turbo lift takes him to the crew quarters, which is, you know, crew quarters. If it's a military ship, it's probably nothing, you know, amazing to write home about. It's probably just big enough for a bunk and maybe a little bit of space to walk. Maybe, I don't know, there's room for a locker in the bunk room as well. Who knows? Maybe the storage is all underneath their mattress. I don't know. But we've seen the size of this ship. We've walked around it. We know how big that engine looks to be. The only place that turbo lift could possibly take Frank right now is to the engine room. The engine. So I can only surmise that Frank is actually stored in a Pokeball, which we have now upgraded to a Poképod, because Frank was so kind as to not run away. Also, Westwood, thank you very much for the 31 months. Yeah, 10 times the space. That's not bad, eh? Frank is living in luxury right now. It's not a turbo lift, it's a compactor. Yeah, that might actually also make sense. Diminutive, my overall on back seats is, I don't want any spoilers, but I am open to information. You just have to use the backseat pass. If you can afford the backseat ticket, then you can say what's on your mind. Just don't obviously spoil something. Like, because I am still a new player to this. As much as I've put a bunch of time into my other save, I am still very new. So no like story changes or anything like that. Alright, let's do another plunk. Right, we're on target, so travel drive.